All right, welcome in everybody. You're starting the week off right by tapping in to today's episode of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 1:30 on the East Coast. We have a 7-game MLB slate on deck for today. So you already know what it is on those Monday slates. We still got you covered. We got you with the top analysis and banter in the sports betting game. And then the rest of the week, it gets a lot more beautiful with a weekend packed of all the action as well. Football is right around the corner. I think it's roughly 17 days away from college football game. So be tapped in with us, be tapped in with the Wise Guys Diamond Club rolling down at the bottom. And we appreciate everyone who's watching us on Twitter. Give us that like and retweet there and follow. Jump over to YouTube if you want to be featured in today's show. StreamYard still doesn't let us show it, but if you want to drop your best bets, ask any questions, grill Sosa, YouTube's the spot to do it. But how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's just a wonderful weekend. Obviously, we didn't get a show in yesterday, but wonderful weekend across the board on the show and in the Diamond Club. Shout out to the start of EPL. You can really get back into your wheelhouse and just start ignoring baseball.
Best time to be around, especially when you get college football mixed in.
Absolutely. Just really, really excited about the next coming weeks. The Dodgers just continue to just eviscerate everyone. It's beautiful to see. Shout out to Cody Bellinger, 2 home runs last night in prime time. The Mets, DeGrom back. He's looking like the old DeGrom, obviously. 102 on the gun. He's looking like a fucking star, which is what you expected. All these people that were expecting them to kind of ease them into the rotation, like that's stupid. You don't let a superstar come back unless he is 100%. So yeah, those are really just it from yesterday as far as takeaways. The Yankees lost, but they're just kind of going through like a bit of a retool, I guess.
No, it's the Cardinals taking a 2-game lead in the Central for our future. We love to see that. And all the Phillies fans are thanking the Dodgers for just spanking the Padres because now the Phils got the better spot in the wild card, and that's now fade the Brewer season even that much more. So now somehow my fandom and money got on the same side.
Absolutely.
But in the EPL, the Chelsea Everton game was probably the biggest snoozer of all time. That might have went on for 2 more hours, and probably no one still would have scored. It was only the PK, and then we got to thank Kuleveski for nailing the first anytime goal scorer on Daily Bread of the new EPL season right in match day 1.
Yeah. Garbage on the road. We knew that already.
Yeah, only the run line came through. The first 5 team total did not for the Dodgers there yesterday, since they're listed at 2.5. So probably would have split on the bets from my perspective if we went live yesterday there.
Yes,
But
sir.
you want to get to the 7-game slate, and then we can talk some NFL afterwards.
Absolutely. I got
So in today's slate, all your National League games, all 4 of them, very juiced, minus 190 or higher. So you could be finding some dogs of the day there. So this will let you know if anyone's barking. And then your American League game, that's where you get your more evenly priced money lines for those 3 games. I believe the Orioles and the Pirates are the only ones that are continuing a weekend series. All the rest are brand new. So what do you got for us?
my first play comes in the Orioles Blue Jays game. As people are fully aware, I'm very, very much backing the Baltimore Orioles to be a competitive team every single game, probably for the rest of the year, barring some level of a losing streak that we don't anticipate. This team's bullpen's been very solid across the board. I got them on the first 5 money line at plus 118 when we were doing inside the lines last night with the homies. Finesse was there. I bet the Baltimore Orioles first 5 money line at plus 118. It's down to plus 108 now. Great matchup against Kikuchi. I like the Orioles to be able to match them as far as the bullpen in the event that Lyles gets touched up a bit. But I do expect on a travel day for the Blue Jays to come out a bit sluggish. get us through the first five unscathed. At plus 108, the Baltimore Orioles first five is my only look in this one. Obviously,
So you got the O's are 24-16 against lefties so far this season, just hitting it with a little bit more power than anything else. And then you got Lyles 3-0 in his last three. I think he's rattled off 5 straight wins, so the O's are hot in his starts. And you got Kikuchi with the 5.75 road ERA. The Jays are 1-8 in games that he starts, 5-3 to the over on the road.
Yes, sir. And then my second play comes in the Seattle Mariners New York Yankees game. And we are going to run back a play with these exact two pitchers from last week. And that's the Seattle Mariners first five money line as well. That's at minus 112. I personally think they'll get out the first inning or the first five rather easily against this Yankee team. The Yankees have been a very average first five team all season. There's been plenty of value fading them the first five because they score a lot of their runs against the bullpens, and they got the boppers in the lineup. Obviously, Giancarlo being out, that's something that a lot of people glaze over. When he's not in the lineup, they're not as effective. There's not the same protection for Judge, which is crazy because he's still been just hitting the ball at an extremely high rate. But tonight we're going with Seattle on the first five. Yankees traveling across the country on a Monday. Give me the Seattle Mariners first five money line minus 112. They are favored slightly here. So those are my first two. Where are you starting at?
Well, the one game I can tell you I'm not going to bet is the Angels versus the A's game here, unless you got a spot on it, because just like this is division matchup, the running back pitchers, literally both of these pitchers made their last starts against each other. You got a 7.5 pick them on each side for the money line as well. I want nothing to do with the Irvin and Suarez matchup tonight.
Yeah, no, I can't really endorse it. We're getting to the point where if two teams are this bad, unless you have like some level of an extreme lean that you already know about, I stay away from these two teams. They're so bad. Betting on or against either of these teams, especially at this particular juncture, is pointless to me. I won't be having any action on this whatsoever.
So then the next game that we can get into, because you kind of have to, and at this point, after seeing what the Nats did against the Phillies, and they're still rolling out Animal at this point. Like, I don't know why they aren't putting the younger arms out there. So that's probably one of your least juice games. You can get the Cubs on the first five team total over 2.5 at plus 102. That's where I'll be starting off my action for today. And if you want to back them on the first five run line, it's just way juicier than that. You got to pay minus 128. So I'll take my plus money and be out with it here and not have to rely in case I think it's Steele on the mat or Keegan Thompson decides to have a bad home start, which he hasn't so far this season.
Yes, sir. Tonight, next play for me is in the Padres Giants game. And I'm going with the San Diego Padres on the run line at plus 112.
Ew.
Listen, they're going to
doing it. Why?
Because they're going to just absolutely beat the shit out of Alex Wood today. I'm sprinkling them on the alternate. Let me get the number on the alternate 2.5 run line, super run line, and I'm going minus 3.5 as well. Let me get the numbers for you.
I like that, Joseph, as well. If you're gonna rock with that.
Okay, so to get the Padres at minus 2.5 is plus 178, and the Padres at minus 3.5 are at plus 270.
Your two favorite teams playing against each other. I knew you'd have action in it.
And that the Padres back at home, they're in their comfort zone. I think I'm going to also sprinkle on Soto to hit a home run tonight. I think he at plus 430. I think he hits his first dinger as a San Diego Padre. So just a little sprinkle at plus 430. I 100% believe that that the Padres will come out here and put it on the San Francisco Giants. So my three officials, like I said, Seattle first five money line at minus 112. the Baltimore Orioles first half money line at plus 108, and the Dodgers on the run line at plus 112. And then obviously a little extra is Juan Soto to hit a home run at plus 430.
So to make sure we don't leave out any games here, Sosa, I'll talk about the Red Hot Reds. 2 straight dubs against the Brew Crew. I think they've won 4 of their past 6 too. So once they made the trades, you got the young guns playing a little bit better, but the Mets are laying a huge number. This is the first time this whole season they're laying at home greater than minus 250 on the money line. But at home, when the total is 9 or 9.5, they're 5-0 straight up there. They've been rolling in August, winning 6 of 2. And the Reds, when they're home or when they're a road underdogs at plus 250 or more, they're 1-2 so far. So it's came through 1 of the 3 times. You'd be up plus 0.5 units if you just blindly bet it. The over's 2-1 in that spot here. I don't know. I just needed to talk about that one because then we officially hit on every single game.
Yeah, I want to do a parlay, but Mondays I can't do it because just too much.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Pirates game, I guess.
Too weird on a travel day. Yeah. Listen, the Pirates game, it's tough for me. I think it's a Diamondback spot just based on travel. But then the Pirates won last night, and they actually performed very well against our division. So you know what I mean? It's a tough one to navigate for me. Neither of these teams can get my money though. I look at this very similarly to the Angels versus the A's. You know, it's 2 teams that aren't really going anywhere. Why would you try to make a decision on these 2 teams as far as a betting perspective, unless you just completely trust one of the starting pitchers to another degree, which I do not.
Yeah, I was about to say, how many times has Arizona laid this type of number at home so far?
Minus 250. I'm good.
1-1 so far this season when they're listed at more than minus 175.
Yes, sir.
Now we talked about all 7 games.
We finally got through. It was easy getting through the baseball slate for sure.
Yeah, no good pitchers either really on the mound today. When Snell's kind of your leading candidate. And Keegan Thompson, I'll give him the spot there as well.
Yeah, man, I think I'm at the point where I'm just counting down to football season.
I was about to say, Mo, who's missing? Because it's only me and Sosa who are ever in the building.
Right. But yeah, it's just all I'm thinking about right now is the NFL. Very excited for just like I said, the season in general. A couple quick takeaways. Khalil Shakir is going to be really good. I told you all about him out of Boise State. I think he's him and Isaiah McKenzie. Now everybody talks about Gabe Davis and all those guys that play in Buffalo, but I'm telling you, this kid Khalil Shakir and Isaiah McKenzie, I think they're going to have a coming out party this season. They're going to be really fucking good. I say a prayer for Justin Fields every night because he's going to need it. Jesus Christ, that I feel for that guy. To be totally honest with you, I feel so bad for him. I think they'll be better than people think. So you know where we're at.
I've been looking at college football win totals. JD gave me the itch.
Hey, man, listen, I don't look at shit anymore with college football. I just copy whatever y'all put out there. Like, you and him got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all want great college football picks and analysis, check out Rex and JD. I ain't the guy. I'm sitting out college football season all year. Partially because I don't think my Irish are going to be any good, and I think that Marcus Freeman is going to be a good coach, but I don't know how well we've recruited, and I think our schedule has a couple of L's on it. It's not like Brian Kelly, where like every year we'd like win all the games and possibly lose one. You know,
you're going to sit out the last, what if we want to call it the new normal of college football, because you get all the moves starting the movement next season. So that's kind of where this is.
Well, I think, is it next year or is it like 2020?
Because Texas moves next year, so that's where you get to start.
Fair enough. First Alabama spread, yeah.
You know, that's where you finally start getting the movement.
Somebody said Clemson's bouncing back this year. I think Clemson will be better. They play in a shitty conference too. The ACC is really a joke. You know what I'm saying Clemson has had the advantage of being able to recruit at an SEC level. Issue is that they don't have the quarterback. Like DJ's not the guy, and I don't know if he will ever be the guy. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. I don't know if DJ's like people think he's good, but I think the idea of DJ is better than him as an actual player. So yeah, he's that too. I think Oklahoma will be good. I think Venables is great at recruiting. I think he's going to actually hurt Clemson. I think he was the biggest loss to Clemson's program. He's supposed to be much better. He is, bro. Like he's supposed to. You know, I'm hoping because he stinks. Cinco sucks.
Yeah, the two things I noticed so far, just from a win total perspective, if you want to go that route and just programs overall, they only have like LSU listed around 6.5 or 7 wins on your book. It's Brian Kelly. I mean, I think he should be able. I mean, if just the easy narrative play, this is the one I don't think you overthink it. It's not an official play yet, but just you can dig through the schedule more than you want. He has talent. I think he shows up his first year. He's brought in his guys on the staff. I think they end up the season with at least 8 wins. And then UCLA has been the only team out in like the Pac-12 that's been getting like no talk or no hype about with Chip coming back, quarterback coming back. They're at 8 and it's plus money. You usually don't try to bet 8s if you're sharp college football better because 8s and 9s are usually the one that comes under. But I don't know. We're going to dig more into them this weekend and this week, but UCLA, I like where they're headed as well. But JD, if you watch his videos, he's saying Utah. So that's kind of where
UCLA's quarterback has a tattoo of Drake. I don't ever want them to win.
But Chip's your guy.
Says who?
You.
I ain't never said that. I never said that. Like, I like him, but he's not my guy. You know what I'm saying? I love giving Philadelphia Eagles fans hell, you know, seeing that you had to use his offense to win a championship.
Don't matter.
Right.
Is that written on the Super Bowl?
Huh?
Does that get written on the Super Bowl trophy?
It should. It should say like courtesy of Chip Kelly, like underneath it.
The bottom. See, that's how you know Dan watches the Extra Dough episodes. That's a real good shout out from that.
Facts. Best, like I said, man, that's going to be the best. College football is going to be so easy because things are easy when you don't have to do them. Like it's just take the picks from you and JD, and I'm.
Yep. That's just where I want to talk about the non-Oregon and USC teams essentially today for the Pac-12 because
I mean
those are the biggest. They have the biggest ceiling and biggest floors, I guess is the best way to put it. New coaches, all that stuff. So let's see.
USC's got the talent, no question. Never seen Lincoln Riley perform when the money was on the line though, so he's not getting my money. He got to show me something. I mean, he it seems like every single situation he's had as a head coach has been absolutely perfect. He got the I'm replacing a legend in Oklahoma. Never won shit, never developed a quarterback, and everybody was still chomping at the bit to give him a fucking job. If Lincoln Riley don't win a championship at USC in 3 seasons, he's not keeping a job. He's getting fired.
Ooh.
He don't have 5 years. He got 3. I'm telling you, if Lincoln Riley does not win a championship at USC in 3 seasons, he's not going to have a job. Because they gave him unlimited capital to go get players. Look at the guys that are pulling up. Just look at it. If he can't win with this, then he can't get it done. Keep in mind, he never developed a single quarterback while he was at Oklahoma, right? And the defenses were so bad that in 3 years they had 15 people drafted. Make it make sense. The defense was that bad that you had 15 kids drafted in 3 years, and you couldn't.
You put that on the coordinator Grinch.
They couldn't even match up with ACC teams. I don't want to hear it. Every year you're losing to Kansas State. That's on Lincoln Riley. But again, you let the internet tell it. Lincoln Riley's just incredible. Never won shit, never developed shit, nothing. But we'll see. We'll see this year.
What about Michigan? I was about to say the complete opposite of USC. Harbaugh, I don't think will ever leave at this point.
That sounds good, but I think Harbaugh put himself in a situation where every year he's just going to review and he's going to look at what NFL jobs are available. And if it ain't one with like a really good quarterback, he's not going to take it. It's going to be an every year thing. Harbaugh, after every season, will review what teams are ready-made situation for me to go to in the NFL. And if he doesn't get that, he'll be at Michigan the next year. It's how it's going to go for the next. That's why he got the long deal. Everybody's talking about loyalty. No, you sign a long-term deal. So to recruits, it seems like you're there for the long haul. Every single year when they lose to Ohio State, his job's in question anyway. Let's be honest. He could have the long-term deal, but if you don't beat Ohio State, you're not keeping a job long-term.
I mean, he's proven you can.
Well, he finally beat Ohio State.
So that's
what I'm saying. Like, once he beat them, he's like, "Fuck it, I don't give a fuck about this playoff, win or lose. I'm keeping my job, and they're giving me a shit ton of money." You know what I mean? Like that's what it was. He beat Ohio State. They got to the Final Four or whatever, and they got fucking obliterated by an SEC team. But again, with that's just with me with him. He'll never win one at Michigan. But getting to a playoff they've been just based on the last 25 years, that was like winning a championship. That was like winning a championship. So just where I'm at with him. And obviously I don't fucking like Harbaugh. I think he's the most overrated football coach in the history of football. Showed up to San Francisco with all he did was put the pizza in the oven. And he burnt it. Fucking bum.
Yeah, and then Steve Kerr shows up and makes it gold.
He too put the pizza in the oven. He just didn't burn it.
That's what I was saying. Well, that's going to wrap us up for today. That's how you know it's an MLB Monday. But we're hyped for the football season. We got plenty of time, so be locked in with the Diamond Club. Be locked in with us. Episode 300 is right around the corner. So give us that like, retweet, sub. We appreciate everyone tapped in here today. Until tomorrow, we out.
Peace.